If you go back through history, you can see rulers, countries, nations, empires take the same course as Vought and Homelander in many ways.
Backstabbers. I offer oblivion.
With the parallels between the world of The Boys and our own, what would you say is the thing that fans will relate the most in season 5 in terms of what's going on in the world right now?
I hope that the show is able to give people, even though can feel quite close to what's actually going on in the world at this moment. I hope that it gives people hope. I hope that it gives people a way to process some of their own fear. The writers get in a room 2 years before the show comes out, and they ask very honestly what would happen if we had a narcissist in power, and they try to answer that question. And so while the show is fiction, it can feel very close to what's going on in the world. And sometimes in order to process that, it's nice to have satire and crazy shit happening in order to escape as much as possible. And hopefully it gives people a sense of hope that we have to work really hard to fight against this kind of narcissism and this kind of power.
Yeah, and it's interesting because if you go back through history, you can see rulers, countries, nations, empires take the same course, as Vought and Homelander in many ways. And there's something that's unfortunately, very universal about the way power corrupts and the way, narcissism affects, rulers and the decisions that, leaders and people in positions of power make. And I think that's a theme you see throughout history. So there are a lot of things happening in the world today, but there are so many examples when you go back throughout time where you can see this very thing. And I think it's just so connected to the corrupted human nature that
Are failing.
that makes it such a poignant thing to watch.